Does your head hurt? Either one of you?
Yeah,
Apart from the explosion?
I don't know how to answer that.
Okay, great. So, pretty typical. Can you think
No.
real hard?
Ben says.
Oh, great.
It does
Think
not.
real hard. Do you have any weird memories you don't remember having?
No.
Ben is fiddling with a wedding ring. No.
Okay. We're here wherever you were. There is no concert. That likely means we're not home. We're somewhere else. Like the last time. And if you don't have weird memories, that means you're dead. Remember the lake? We have to go.
Yeah.
I can't dive. And that thing has been here for years waiting for us. Which means someone knows we would be here at this time. Or at least sometime in the last few years, we would appear here. Someone's waiting for us. Someone's tracking us. We have to go.
From the loop.
Yeah. I think with like a second notice, Mitch fully lets go of the other hand on the wheel and just says, take that, and then leans around the back of the car towards his bag and begins rummaging for tools and begins dismantling the Michitaki. And then once it's like in pieces, he puts the pieces in his bag and then comes back. We're being tracked.
What?
I don't know how dumb everyone is now, but the easiest way I can say this is we're being tracked from space.
You mean like a satellite?
Oh God, yes, like a satellite.
Okay, well, we didn't want to talk to you either. Over. Yeah, we got 30 hours. We'll figure it out. They'll let us know.
Hey guys,
I mean, what? What's wrong, Rob?
I think those drones were powered by Energon.
Fuck.
Actually, no, I know they were powered by Energon. I recognize the feel of the energy that came off of that thing.
Why would Energon have anything to do with the drone?
It was from the
Exactly.
loop, right? Well, wouldn't the loop have energy? I don't.
Not unless they were somehow able to harness it. So Mitch says this isn't our world. So this is a different, like when we were jumping. When we were jumping and we went through all the different realities and everything.
Mhm.
What if in this reality they somehow captured that Optimus and took his spark and made it into an energy source?
This might be a
That's what
bad
they've been
time
trying-
to mention I don't really have any memory of that stuff. Whatever you're saying doesn't make any sense at all.
Side. And as you all are driving the Michitaki taken apart, and you are making good time, you probably think you're about an hour and a half outside of Garrett at this when you see that there is a large green sign that says distortion zone ahead.
Mitch slams on the brakes, like 2 foot stops on the brake pedal.
I don't remember. I remember what you're talking about, but I don't remember that. And he points towards the sign. I don't
Yeah.
remember that being a part of it.
Yeah, it's because it didn't happen. We thought we stopped it from happening. That's what we were doing. The fucking with the crystal we stole from Maggie, and it said it would stop us with a loop. Then we did, and then the next year it said it happened in like '88, and we thought we just kicked the can down the road, and then we fucking teleported all over the multiverse or whatever the fuck.
You're traveling down the road at 60 miles an hour, Mitch, and up ahead is a sign that says distortion zone ahead.
I start to slow down, and I look over at Jerry. You good?
Yeah, the distortion zone would be a great name for a guitar store.
It would.
Shannon will speak up. Guys, something's wrong. Something is very, very wrong. Try the Michitaki again.
Breaker. This is Ultra Magnus. Over.
You hear Mitch's voice. You'll come back. You always come back.
Hell?
That's not how, like, that was Mitch's voice, but that wasn't Mitch.
Yeah, he's not usually that cryptic. I mean,
He likes to over-explain things, usually, so,
yeah.
Mitch, you see another green sign and it says distortion zone 1 mile ahead. As you all approach, it's almost as if someone has smeared oil on the top of water, that weird kind of kaleidoscopic effect where you see like the blend of mirrored and reflected light in the form of rainbows. and it's creating almost a veil or an apron across the road ahead. And as you are getting closer to it, you can see that there is a legitimate barricade that has been set up. And now you see a sign that says end of highway. And then right beyond that, in what would be the grass, it says distortion zone. And you see a sign further down that's almost obscured by a tree that's growing into the road, Mitch. And it says Garrett, Maryland, 10 miles. Jerry, as soon as you start to summon forth the lightning, you find yourself staring face to face. You're no longer in the Bronco. You're on this tarmac, this hard concrete. And in front of you, the impossible is happening. Construction vehicles are splitting and turning as they form legs and hips and a body and a head and two arms of this gigantic robot in front of you. Its color scheme of green and purple dominates your vision as you look at this monster, and not an ounce of fear goes through your body. You do not sparkle in this moment. In this moment, this is Jerry if he had never stumbled, if he had always drawn straight through life's biggest fucking hurdles. And with a bolt of lightning, bigger than anything Jerry has ever summoned, erupts from his hands and disintegrates the robot in front of you. In this place where you have just disintegrated Devastator, to your right is Veronica. And she looks at you. I listened. Now you have to listen to me. Get to Garrett. Make it right. You're the only one who can. You're back in the Bronco. As promised leaves your lips, you see Veronica nod as your vision spins back and you're looking through the windshield of the Bronco. George, as you are sitting in the back, and as is the case with your construction, you don't need to sleep. You don't nod off. You are looking around. And as you are looking around and you see that Shannon is sleeping, you see that Rob is staring ahead and not blinking.
I think I take my hand from behind and just like in front of his face. Anything? Any reaction?
None. He's staying on the road. He's taking rights and lefts when they're called for. The Mitchy talkie squawks.
Come in. Over.
Who is this?
This is Ultra Magnus. Over.
What's your real name?
Why don't you tell me your name first? Over.
I'm just trying to find my dad, George Butts.
Arise, minions, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here. We are back for the dreaded, the much feared, the hotly anticipated episode 5 with our GM John Cena, apparently, who we can't see. That being said, if you guys like what we do here and you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is by joining us over on our Patreon, link in the description down below. While you're down there, make sure you join us in the Discord, be a part of the community, be a part of the conversation, talk about this game, all the episodes, all the other fun games we're doing. And as always, in the bottom right-hand corner, you will see the Michigan/Maggie bar, a little bit different this time. If you would like to tip, all of the tips that fill that bar go back to this wonderful, amazing cast that you see here before you. But if you do so, please use hashtag Michigan or hashtag Maggie. First one to $60 puts a point in the Maggie pool or a point in the Michigan pool. Michigan is bad things, Maggie is good things. And because we have a fun new command here, it is exclamation point Michigan. You get to see what those point totals are at any given time, and I will do my damnedest to keep them updated. That being said, I will turn things over to Greg to hurt our feelings today.
I am certainly not going to do that. Hi, everybody. I'm Greg. I'm going to be your GM this evening for this free league, Things from the Flood actual play. We're going to be doing a little Atari Midnight tonight, but what I would like to ask all of my players, as is our purview here, to have a question before we start. The question is this, my friends. As of right now, you're zeroing in on Garrett. What do you think? This could be an actual physical item, maybe an attribute that your character happens to have. What do you think is your greatest gift and or strength? What do you have that could potentially turn the tide should there be, I don't know, a conflict or something up ahead. What do you bring to the table? Again, it could be something you're holding, it could be something you have inside. But friends, before we get started, I wanted to go over, while the players think, I want to go over a couple mechanics that we have here to make sure that we have them down, because after this point, I will not be going over them again. All right, everybody, here's what we have. To recap, evaporation is our condition sequence for this homebrew Things from the Flood. Whenever a condition is given, there are no mechanical penalties or disadvantages because of it. But whenever the characters get their 6th condition, they die. There are a few known ways to remove a condition as it stands right now. Right now, 2 lead dice can take away 1 condition from 1 character. A Maggie boon can take away 1 condition from 1 character. In addition to that, you have a prime NPC in Ben McKenzie. Ben acts as a shock absorber. If he happens to be in your scene and you receive a condition that could potentially send you to 5 or 6, then you can defer that to Ben, who will take 2 conditions in its stead. He is an overflow, if you will, something to maybe work the math if you need to do so in your scene. A couple things that we haven't touched on but are in play now that we are done the overture of the first 4 episodes and are now into the gloves off, no more training wheel session of Atari Midnight. Excuse me. The shame. Once per act, you may use your shame to get a free success. It is no longer once per session. It is once per act, which means the next 4 episodes, you have 1 free get out of jail success using your shame. If there's ways to reset them, but let's just assume right now that you have 1 for the next couple episodes. In addition to that, we haven't gone over this particular point, but this is kind of unique to Things from the Flood. When you get to 5 conditions, and somebody will get to 5 conditions, it might be tonight, you receive what is called a scar. If you get a scar, once you get your 2nd scar, I am going to make you roll a d6. On that d6, you have to get either the number of scars you have or higher. If you have 2 and you roll a 1, you die. If you have 3 and roll a 1 or 2, you die. The more scars, the greater your chance of death. Now, a couple things to remember. A Maggie boon cannot take away a scar, but it can prevent a death roll caused by a scar. So if you get to 5 and you're forced to make a roll, a Maggie boon can not make you have to do that roll anymore. Last but certainly not least, my friends, we have our items. You each have an iconic item that will give you a +1 to any roll you can convince me of. I will let you know that in this campaign, there are special items that you can find that will give you a +2 or a +3. With that being said, I now go around and talk to my lovely table as we find out who you are playing and what you bring to the table, whether it's the virtual one here or the conflict to come. Let's start with Mike.
Of course you would. Hi, I'm Mike. I'm playing Mitch, the one and only Mitch, or something. Something like that. The one thing I bring to the table is a categoric knowledge of the multiverse. And I hope that's fucking helpful, guys. If it's not, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. My education level stops at books created in the 70s, and the things I could figure out. So don't ask me about CDs. Don't ask me about modern things, because else we're fucked. That's me.
Fantastic. That sounds like a rousing bit of support. Let's go down to Bitters. Bitters, who are you playing and what do you bring?
I'm Mr. Bitters. I play Jerry Baker, and I think his greatest strength is a big heart and a lack of inhibitions.
Fantastic. I love both of those things. Let's jump over to Meta. Same questions, Meta. Who are you playing and what does this character bring to the table?
I am playing Shannon, and Shannon, aside from her own personality traits and gung-ho attitude, has a, I would hope, useful anchor that is, I believe, still in Garrett. and hopefully crossing our fingers that can help us some way sort through the potential debacle that is ahead of us.
Fantastic. Love that one. Let's jump over to Frags.
Hey, I'm Kendall. I am playing Rob. What I bring to the table is the inability to know when to quit. Can't stop, won't stop. Rob is just an unrelenting force of sheer will and determination.
Love it. I absolutely love it. And last but certainly not least, as we go over to Rhino, who are you playing and what do they bring to the table, my friend?
So I'm Rhino. I'm playing George Butts. I bring to the table charm, charisma, pizzazz, a rock hard body, almost literally because I'm a robot. But I think resolve. I think that's a big thing for my character now is seeing things through and unit building.
Fantastic. All right, everybody. Mark down, everyone, what everyone else said to see if at any point you have to reach into your bat utility belt and maybe perchance one of these things can come into play. We'll have to see. But right now, what we'll be playing, if you go to your Spotify playlist, track number 1, Radio Nowhere by The Boss. Picking up where we left off on our last episode, a truck rockets from the west. Inside, Robot is behind the steering wheel, and Shannon Locke has slipped away into exhaustion and a bit of a fugue state between waking and dreaming. And in the back, George Butts is talking to his son. I'm looking for my dad. His name is George Butts.
Okay, like, what's your dad look like? Is he like super handsome or?
He's my dad. He's tall. He takes care of me. He's got brown hair. He holds me when I get scared. He's my hero.
Yeah. What's your name?
What would his name be, Rhino?
Oh, don't you do this to me.
Of course I'm going to do it to you.
His name would be Aaron.
Aaron, how do you spell that?
2 A's.
Gotcha.
Aaron.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
My name's Aaron. I'm 8.
Okay, so like, when's the last time you saw your dad?
Last night before bed. There's a lot of distortion coming through the walkie-talkie. You can hear him well enough, but it just sounds like there's a tremendous amount of interference. It could be geographical, just terrain. Knowing your military background, I'll give this one to you for free. It probably speaks of at least a bit of distance between wherever Aaron is and where you are. You did not have this static when you were talking with the other group.
Okay.
He tucked me in, and then I woke up and I was in Pop-Pop's house, and he's not here, and Grammy's not here. Nobody's here.
So nobody's there at all? Like in like neighbors? Like you have nobody around? Like have you called the police? Anything like that?
In a bit of a whisper, I'm not allowed to use the phone. If you heard that. He said, I'm not allowed to use the phone.
Yeah. No, I heard that. I'm just like, Shannon, are you hearing what Rob, what the hell's
Shannon is asleep and Rob is unblinking.
Oh, right.
And he's making the rights and the lefts that he needs to make. But as far as being with it or capable of responding, neither of them seem in that shape right now.
Yeah. So, like, what town are you from? Are you like and also, why are you allowed on the radio but not the phone?
This is the radio my dad gave me.
What's he call it?
It's a Michitaki.
Okay, well, like, what are you from? Like, any part of the country in particular? Are you from
My house.
Your House, USA?
I go to school.
What's the name of the school?
St. Peter's.
So, great. St. Peter's, does that ring a bell?
Yeah, for you, it would be someplace down in Annapolis. You might not have a working knowledge of this particular school, but it is, you've heard of it when you were
Heard of it,
down in
yeah.
the Naval Academy. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, well, what about your mom? What she there?
She's not here.
What's your mom's name?
I'm in Pop Pops and Grammys, and Shooter's not out back. His dish is there and his house is there, but he's not there. It's dark.
Should it be dark right now, Greg?
Right now, it's not dark for you all. It's getting into the afternoon, but it's not like
evening, and yeah.
Mm-mm.
Is there any way for me to kind of get a gut check on whether or not this is actually somebody talking to me, or if it's like the other voices where, it sounds like somebody's fucking with me?
Absolutely. I will allow you to roll two different things here. I'm going to allow you to roll either a charm, and this is basically to see if the voice on the other end is lying to you. It's almost like an insight check. And the other thing would be an investigate. This is to see if this has any similarities, almost, or I'd let you roll a tinker as well, tinker or tech, to see if there is some manipulation of the radio going on or something on kind of like the hardware
Sure.
side.
I not just because I have more dice in it, but I do feel like charm, or like more like a gut check, insight, instinct kind of thing. I think
Right,
that's more what I'm looking for. So I think
right, and that's the information that you'll get, is that type of interpersonal
Sure.
type of thing.
Okay. Let's go. One success.
It's difficult to tell over a radio, but you have a very strong sense that at least the speaker is, one, responding to your own voice, your own stimuli, and at the same time, you don't detect that there's any type of deception, because it doesn't seem logical, the answers that were given, to deceive, if that makes any sense. They seemed too frantic.
Okay, so Aaron, are you like in by like where are your grandparents' house? Is it in the same town that you live in, or did that drive you a long way?
You can actually hear his head shaking you can hear kind of brush up against the mic. No, I'm in Garrett. I'm with Pop Up and Grammy. I'm in their house. I'm looking out the front window.
Okay, well, let's stay in the house. I'll see if I can get you some help.
You hear him start to cry. And because of the fact that you chose charm, I will allow you to hear this part, as you can tell that he's no longer hearing you. Don't leave. I'm scared. There's somebody outside. They're eating the grass.
Motherfucker, fuck you, Greg.
Then you just hear static.
Static, like.
Hmm.
I will, at this point, I probably might be like a little bit panicked. Hey, Aaron, are you there? Answer me. I want to see what shape the bushes were.
There's a static beat, and then you hear an exhalation and an inhale.
You better start talking right now.
What would you like me to say?
Hello? How you doing? Go fuck yourself. Something, man. Who are
All
you?
of the above, but I like to do those things face to face. I'll see you soon, little robot boy.
I'll catch you soon, asshole.
Everybody, if you could go to your Spotify playlist and turn on song number 3, What's the Frequency, Kenneth, by a little band known as REM. George, as soon as you hear this voice, it goes full static on not only the Mitchy talkie, but the same frequency and pitch of static turns on as the radio inside the truck comes on by itself. It starts to play What's the Frequency, Kenneth, by REM. And friends, like that, Rob, you are awake. Shannon, you kind of, you have full control of yourself. Rob, you are aware of what's going on. You hear the radio pop on beside you as REM begins to play. Roll me and investigate everybody in the truck.
One success.
0 for
One-
Shannon.
2
Okay.
successes.
One success. So, friends, here's what we're going to do. We go 2 with Rob, 1 with George, and 0 with Shannon. So, Rob, you're driving, 10 and 2, whatever you happen to be. We're not sure if you follow the same driving school that Ben and Jerry were giving to Mitch. But as you're driving, you see ahead, it says distortion zone, 10 miles. And then it snaps. Now entering distortion zone. And it snaps. Distortion zone, 1 mile. And it snaps. And as the landscape changes, each time one of these signs pops up, the last one hits, and the 3 of you and the truck that you are in are going off a cliff. You have 2 seconds before it hits the ground. What would you all like to do in this moment?
Collectively, I believe we're all just going to go, fuck!
So, can I use my spark
What
for
would you like to do?
agility? I don't know. Like, I never imagined really what this would look like for Shannon specifically in the act of things, but it's almost like she moves so quickly, like grabbing them.
You're gonna
Almost
okay.
like-
You
Oh,
Yeah,
see,
like-
that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna pull you guys into the back seat and use myself as because I'm made of steel.
Yeah.
See what I can do to help, like just cushion. I don't know.
you have time for one action, not both of those. What would somebody do something, and that will be the consensus move. Yeah, if you all decide to do something different, you all do something different. You have 2 beats of a heart.
If this is a speed thing, I don't want to like hijack, but I just feel like physically
Yeah.
it makes like George's instinct mode. It's
Sure.
not like active. It's just happening.
Yeah, no, that's fine with me.
That'd be
Yeah, Rob was going to be let at the mercy of the airbag. So whatever can be done.
Yeah,
Should be
this cliff looks like it's a good 100 feet. So, George, you're going to pull them into the back.
yeah, I guess. I mean, what else can I do? I don't have the drone. So we don't have the drone to fly. So yeah, I'm just gonna do what I can
So
to be the shield.
Both driver and shotgun, you would feel yourselves get ripped into the back seat. Distortion zone, 10 miles ahead. The 3 of
Nobody's at
you
the
are in the
wheel.
back seat.
I knew it.
Who's
I knew it.
driving?
We will cut away from this scene as we hear as the truck begins to move off to the side as we head to our Scranton group. Now, the last we saw of the Bronco that was traveling from Scranton to Garrett, there were 3 occupants inside. Mitch driving, Jerry was in the shotgun seat, and Ben was lying in the back seat of the Bronco. We had a time jump when we last left. We're now entering Garrett 10 miles. Another snap. The Bronco is sputtering. There's steam rolling out of the hood. And there is a weird, destabilized feel as it seems like the Bronco itself is sinking in the front and then in the back left and then in the front left. And as you all look around, you see low-hanging blue fog and what appears to be a wetlands of some kind as the Bronco just sputters and dies in this wet environment. What would you all like to do?
Greg, do I know that there's a wetlands around Garrett?
Roll comprehend.
Okay. No
You are
successes.
unsure.
Okay.
Again, it doesn't looking around, the ecology seems similar to Garrett. It's not like all of a sudden you're in Florida or some type of different like ecosystem or anything like that. The mountains you can see those, but there's just this low hanging blue fog over everything. Jerry, what do you do as Ben kind of pulls himself up from the back seat, eyes wide, and he puts a hand on your shoulder? Where the hell are we, man?
I don't know. Mitch was driving.
Mitch, where the hell are we, man?
So okay. What do you remember about the last few minutes? What's the last thing you remember?
Is he asking Ben?
Yeah.
I was lying on the seat, man. I was just staring up at the sky.
Jerry?
We were just driving.
So
We're
no
talking
lightning.
about a guitar store.
So no lightning, no Veronica.
I mean,
to be fair, nobody else saw Veronica except Jerry.
He did say it. He said it to us.
Oh, right. Okay.
No giant robot.
well, I mean, a while ago.
Like 10 years ago or like a while ago, 40 minutes ago?
Why are you asking?
We
Jerry,
passed a
roll
sign.
comprehend. Yeah.
We passed a sign that said entering distortion zone. And then we passed a sign that said 10 miles to Garrett and then 1 mile to Garrett and then back to the distortion zone. And we've done that a few times now. And now there's a swamp in Garrett? I don't remember a swamp.
Jerry, with a 2 for comprehend, you know exactly where you are. This is Finzel Swamp. You're probably about 2 miles outside of downtown Garrett at this point. And though you are in a wetlands, this is, for whatever reason, this place would be, actually, you would go through where Teletran is before, this would be next on your path before hitting Garrett proper. You're just kind of south of Garrett. And you're not sure exactly what area or part of the swamp you're in, but it's not that big a place. It's, you can decide why Jerry would know about this place. It would be close to where his dad lived.
Like, who builds a road through a swamp?
There is no road.
Well, that's a note. I don't know, man. Like, we're almost there, but Jerry will relay where they are. Like, I know you've been gone a while, but
Okay, I didn't fuck around in the swamp. Sorry. I listen, you look, and he like points behind the Bronco. You would have felt it if I had gone off-roading.
Oh, yeah. In fact, without a roll needed, as the three of you kind of turn around to see where you've been, there are no tracks leading to this position. It's as if you have been dropped out of the sky, and there's not a path, a trail, there's no road. There is absolutely no way you could have driven to this point.
all right. So that's definitely weird. But like, what do you want me to do? We know where we are.
I don't. You asked me. You asked me. You asked me what
didn't ask-
happened. Ben did.
Ben kind of stands up in the back of the Bronco, even as it shifts a little bit in the very, very wet earth around here. And he takes a minute to orient himself, and then he points in a direction. And he looks down at Mitch. Tradewinds is maybe like a mile that way.
Why do Why do I not remember a swamp at all? Okay, I guess we trudge through a swamp. I can't drive this thing; it's sinking.
It
Take whatever
seems
you
to
need.
have suffered some damage too, and you're not really sure. It's again, there seems to be more going on with the Bronco than just being in the swamp. It looks like there's engine problems beyond this as the steam kind of rolls out of the radiator and around the cracks of the hood.
Yeah, I think he reaches back, grabs the messenger bag, and then climbs out of the Bronco. Um, this is weird. We should probably move.
The blue fog comes up to maybe mid-thigh, and you can feel it's tough to see. It's not like it's completely opaque. You can see that there is very wet. There's maybe 2 inches of water over very, very wet earth, and you can feel your boots or shoes or whatever you happen to be wearing sinking into them. But you can kind of keep yourself moving a little bit so you don't, get stuck or anything. It's not like quicksand or anything like that. It's just you're standing in a wetlands, and it's very apparent as soon as you jump out. Jerry, what do you do?
Yeah, Jerry will just I don't know, hop out of the truck, both feet squish down into the muck, and pat the Bronco on the door. Well, I guess, yeah. What's a mile?
Ben jumps out on Jerry's side, right beside him. And I need everybody to roll another, either comprehend or investigate.
2 successes.
I didn't get them this time.
Roll me a D6, Mike.
Ooh. 6.
When you all come to, you are waist deep in this water. You have, where you were moving before, now you are trapped in this mud. You can still get out. You can still feel the purchase needed. The Bronco beside you is not moving. It's not steaming. It's cool to the touch. And around you, you see that the fog, the blue fog that had been covering the ground, is much closer to your face, but it is dissipated a bit. And you can see now the water also holds a bluish tint. And as you both, Jerry and Mitch, kind of sense what's going on around you, you see Ben as he is sitting on the back of the Bronco and he is staring into the water. And you see him start to reach for the water very slowly, as if he himself is underwater, very deliberately, dramatically if he was on a stage, but it's not, it's purposeful. Mitch, in front of you in the water, reflected perfectly as if a finely polished mirror was staring back at you, you see an older version of yourself, one that you probably see frequently in your dreams / nightmares, somebody who was confronted many years ago and vanquished. This is the older version of you, the one that tried so valiantly to circumvent fate. And as he stares up at you, he says, clear as day, as if he's whispering in your ear, "Are you ready to play ball? Or are you still raging against the machine?" Jerry, now that the water is maybe 2 feet from you, when you look down into the water, you see your grandmother, and she is pulling on the sleeve of a police officer. She's crying. Her hair is a mess. She's red in the face. You can tell, with her heart condition, she's all fucking doesn't even worry about that. She's pulling on this officer's arms, and you see yourself being led into the back of a squad car. And as this vision, this point of view turns, you see a news team, and they say, "Jerry Baker will be tried as an adult for the murder of small-town sheriff and local hero, Morgan Rugen." I need you both to make charm rolls or empathize.
0 successes.
None for
Each
me
of you
either.
take a condition. So that's another one for Mitch and another one for Jerry, unless you want to deflect one to Ben. You each have 2 right now. You see Ben reach towards the swamp, and you see a hand come up out of the water. It's wearing a wedding ring identical to the one that Ben has on his hand. And Jerry, you're close enough to see Scarlet's face as she is pulling him down into the water. Let's cut back over to the Vegas truck. And friends, I need you to do the following. I would like an investigate or a comprehend roll from everybody in the truck.
Finally,
2.
2 successes.
1 successes.
Okay, with this success, let's see, George, you take a condition, but you do not suffer any ill effects from the condition. It's just you did not succeed as strongly as the others. All 3 of you see the following. You see a snap, distortion zone 10 miles, snap, now entering distortion zone, snap, distortion zone 1 mile, and then again, you are falling off the cliff. 4 distinct places. And as you are looking around, the 2 of you with the 2 successes, Rob and Shannon, here's the information that I will give you. When the distortion zone says 10 miles, the clock says 5:43 p.m. and Shannon is asleep. When it snaps and you are 1 mile from the distortion zone, it says 1:56 a.m. and Rob is asleep. When it snaps again, it says 6:35 a.m. and you are falling off the cliff, and Rob and Shannon are asleep. George, you are the only one awake in that vision. And then it starts over again. 10 miles, 1 mile, now entering, falling off a cliff.
We're all still in the back seat.
You're switching around now. You were in the
Oh.
back seat, then you're back in the driver's seat, then Shannon's asleep. Given all of those different positions as they continue to rotate through, the first vision, Shannon's asleep. The second vision, Rob's asleep. The third vision, Rob and Shannon are asleep and you're falling off a cliff. And it continues to go. You are aware of what's going on. It's very dreamlike. It's almost as if you can see yourselves in these different states of being, but the terror is still there. The point of view is still there. You're still falling off that cliff. You're still driving down the road, but it keeps fucking switching. What's the frequency? What is going on when each of these things snap and take you to a different place? Something is preventing you all from progressing. And it's in this moment that I want to hear from my group. What do you do in the face of this? All of this weird shit that you all have seen, all of these places that you have been through have given you more experience, have given you more knowledge to pull from than many, many other people that exist on this planet. But in this moment, something is preventing you from getting to Garrett. The voice that George heard, the confrontation after speaking with his son, Aaron, these flips through the truck as they keep repeating. And each time the truck is going off the cliff, it's a little closer to the ground before you go back. It's a little closer to the ground before you go back. What do you guys have?
I have a lot of notes, Greg.
Yeah, a lot of poop in my pants.
Oh man.
I'm not good at puzzles, so I'm banking on you guys. So,
And
so
we're-
can I get those times again? Is it, or may I ask,
I
is it
have 'em.
really important to have those times, or is it just to note that there is a relation?
I will tell you this, it's the same times each when it goes 5:43, that's when the distortion zone is 10 miles away, 5:43 p.m. When it cuts to 1:56 a.m., that's when it says now entering the distortion zone. And then when it says 6:35 a.m., you're all falling off the cliff. The one thing that does not have a time is the third one. The third one, it says distortion zone 1 mile. The clock is not on at all. And everyone's awake.
Wait. I wrote that down wrong. So at 10 miles we had 543. At 1 mile we had 156 is what I had written down.
Correct.
But then when
That's
we're
correct.
falling, it's past the 1 mile.
When you're falling, it's past the 1 mile. Correct. It's later in the day.
And then when we're back, it's 10 miles again.
And there's
And
no
back to
time.
543.
Right,
there's
back
no
to
time.
543.
Yeah.
There's 4 things and only 3 times.
Okay.
So you have, yeah.
Okay.
The radio is going apeshit. At each one of these moments, the radio is on. You hear like a cacophony of sound coming out of it.
Is
Most
it
of
always
it
the
is
same
static.
song?
What's the frequency, Kenneth? You can hear it over and over again, different segments of the song now, but it's almost like it's on a loop, you know, whether it's 543, whether it's 635, whether it's 156, it's always the same song, just different parts. You hear Michael Stipe sing in the beginning.
I don't know shit about walkie-talkies at all. Is there like ways to change frequency based on time? Like the 543 or 156, et cetera. Like IRL, is that a thing? I don't know.
Maybe if you had a sophisticated one, but if it's a pretty standard radio, probably not. But what if we just turn off the car radio?
Or
But it turned itself on.
Did it? Okay.
I feel like
Or-
we have to manipulate the Michitaki for some reason. I don't know why.
I got an idea.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Rob slams on the brakes.
Sure.
Everything stops. The truck comes to a rocking stop. You can hear it kind of clicking as the heat from the engine and the squeal of the tires as you stop along this road in the afternoon of this day in August.
Where did we
Um,
stop? Is it at the 10 past the 10 mile?
Just slightly past the 10 mile.
Yeah,
So
when
it's
I'm
like-
awake.
So that means I'm asleep. Okay, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
George and Rob.
I think maybe the distortion zone expanded.
Or it's always been this way and we just didn't realize it until it got super fucky for us, dude. But
I don't know. That all felt pretty distorted. Hey, you might need your
Shannon
gun.
will not wake up.
I may need your gun. No, no, Rob's not.
Shannon wakes up.
so this is kind of like in my sequence where nothing's gonna wake her, right? Seemingly, like I'm over there shaking the back of it too.
Right. Yeah, George, you would have more
Okay.
experience with this in that Shannon couldn't be roused before, and you tried to do everything with Rob, and nothing would bring him out of it.
Okay, Rob. Let's. Oh shit! When we're 1 mile out? Who's driving? Rob, was that me or you or Shannon?
I think it was still me, but I was asleep
Okay.
at the wheel.
No, I don't remember that.
The next one that you go to at 156, Rob is asleep.
But not at the wheel.
He's not asleep at the wheel. He's asleep
Okay.
as you guys kind of switch
Oh.
positions around.
What
Oh,
if
so
we?
I'm awake now?
No.
Oh,
He stopped at 156. You're awake and Rob's asleep.
okay.
Who's driving at 156? We would remember that part. I just didn't write that part down.
I would assume it's Shannon.
Shannon's driving.
It could be George, though. I'll let you guys decide that one.
It'd be super chill if it was me driving.
That's fine.
This moment. Okay, Rob. Just continue to drive. And then when we're at, because it keeps skipping, when we're at the sign that says we're 1 mile out, I'll slam the brakes.
Okay.
And we'll walk from there. We'll figure something out there. But 10 miles
I'm
a
gonna
little bit far
go.
out.
I'm gonna go slow. Just in case we skip again. We're getting real close to the ground, buddy. And Rob's gonna just kind of take his foot off the brake and start easing forward like 5 miles an hour.
It takes a little bit longer than normal because you're moving slower, but as soon as you switch to 156, George, you're behind the wheel and you're going about 50 miles an hour. Shannon's awake and Rob's asleep.
Skirt. Slamming the brakes.
Rob does not wake up, but he does get jostled.
Yeah.
That's. Dang, I wrote that wrong. I thought everyone was awake at that. Okay, Shannon.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna stop driving the truck because it's dangerous at this point.
Right.
I don't know how to
Okay.
wake this guy, but I think we should
Okay.
like try to walk from here.
Yeah. Let's
We're
just walk
1
off
mile
the
out.
cliff. That's great.
Yeah, it's better than the cliff. The cliff's bad. Nobody
Well,
wants
what
to-
if that just keeps happening no matter what? I feel like the stupid song is trying to send us a message. What's the frequency, right? Frequency of what? Frequency of the
That's great.
truck?
Then
Frequency of
Linda-
the talkie? I mean, I don't know.
Let's keep listening then. Maybe there's some. He'll say at 1.3, and then like a different place will say a different number or something like that. Let's just listen.
They
out.
don't. He doesn't say any numbers, but the times are always the same.
That's also
So
true.
that has to be a frequency, right? Something.
That's also true.
Greg,
Those-
Shannon looks in the rearview mirror as per the song.
Roll me to investigate.
Oh, 2 successes.
As you look through the back window of the truck, you see a little red light blinking in the darkness, hovering above your position.
George, look. There's something's following us.
Oh, what? Where? Show me. Where's
Look
it?
at
Give me
it's the
that.
red. Do you see it?
I'm assuming it's obvious at this point.
As soon as Shannon like points it out, George, you can immediately pick it out. It's a very faint, very small red light, but it's consistently blinking, and it seems to just be hanging in the air. You don't hear a thing.
Is it Morse code blinking, or is it just like a?
No, it's a
it's on
static,
repeat?
solid. Yep.
What if that's messing us up? What if that has something to do with it?
It could be. It could also just be surveillance. We could bang bang pop pop.
We could. Let me try the walkie first.
Okay.
I don't know how sophisticated this is, Greg, so Shannon's just gonna wing it.
Absolutely. I tell you what, I will allow you to roll 2 things, either an empathize or a tech in this moment.
Yep, totally have lots of numbers in that in both of those.
Now, again, if you would like to hand this off to George, I don't know if George is any better in this particular discipline. Remember, you can always give one another a help action. This is sort of a cheesy way to be able to kind of make your characters a little bit more meta, no pun intended. If somebody has a higher score, you can always help that person and give them an extra die to roll with. However, then you are also subject to the fate. If they
Right.
fail, you fail too.
I mean, like, I don't have anything in empathize, but I have a decent number in mind, so it's not like very, very low. Tech is my dump stat. I don't have anything there. So.
Yeah, tech is my worst too. So
Yeah, I think I'll just take a chance here with empathize.
Sure thing.
1 success, maybe something helpful. I don't know.
Okay, I'll make a note of that 1 success. However, everybody in the truck takes a condition.
Super.
As Rob, Shannon, and George, this is your second.
First, we cleared our conditions.
Uh,
I got one earlier.
Oh, you
yeah.
did?
yeah, they both have. George has 2, and you and Rob have 1. When
Good.
you roll this empathize, it's not so much as you're looking at the Mitchie talkie. It's not so much that you do anything tech with it, or you fiddle a bob or diddle a doodad or anything like that. You hear coming from the speaker of the Mitchie talkie, Dutch's voice. Destroy the tower.
The tower? What tower? Hello? What tower? That was so helpful. Okay. Any ideas, George? Tower? Did you see a tower?
Well,
Yeah,
there's
George, you heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah, there was the moon tower. Remember us partying there a bit.
Yeah, but I meant like here.
You know, it's kind
I'll
of like
give
a tower, a
give it to you
drone
for
up in
free.
the air.
I'll give it to you for free. There, you can look around. There are no towers in the vicinity that you can see.
I mean, I can try to shoot it, but it's pretty high up there. That's
Well,
a
let's
Glock
go
is not
far.
meant to do long range like that.
I mean, how far is it, Greg? Is it like 50 meters, 60 meters?
Oh,
Or
it's not
the
even that far. No. We're talking like 50 feet. This
50
some
feet?
bitch is
Okay, so we're
it's hanging pretty close behind you all.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason it was much further.
It's just silent and steady.
All right. I guess I'm shooting this object with my Glock.
Roll me a force then.
Can I use my iconic item, the Glock?
You absolutely can.
Cross your fingers, guys. Hello? Roll 20, please. Hello. Thanks for the sound effects there. Oh, one success.
Like
it's even called the Glock.
Yeah, love
Yeah.
it. All right, fantastic. So as the Glock goes off, you get a perfect shot right at the, I mean, it's giving you a target. It's giving you a bullseye with that little blinking red light. And you actually hit that light. And for the first time, you can hear some type of like competing fans as it tries to stabilize, but you hear a and you see, hear, kind of feel with the red light off. It's harder to see, but you hear a crash about 4 or 5 seconds later in the distance to your right.
Okay.
The radio turns off.
Okay. See, guns are the solution to pretty much every problem. I don't understand why anybody has any issues with this.
Remember when I
Yeah,
said
no,
that
it's-
like a while ago? That was great. Yeah. Good shot, by the way. That was a great
Thank
shot. You bullseyed it. So
Yeah.
is
you
Rob
think
still
it's-
asleep, just sawing wood over there?
Rob didn't wake up with the gunshot, with anything. Rob is still, he's getting his beauty sleep.
Should we just like maybe? I mean, we could walk across, go up to the line, you know, right before it usually does its thing, and then one of us maybe, or both, or
Yeah.
do we just
We
go?
could get a rope and like put it around our waists and
A rope. That sounds helpful. I don't. Maybe the truck has a rope in
maybe
the
the
back.
truck has some or a tube.
Something.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
absolutely. You any of these types of like, you know, they got some bungee cord in the back, you know, some tie downs, some things like that. You guys can make do with stuff like that. Sure.
Sure.
I'm not going to be a
And,
dick.
You know, I went to the academy.
You did. Right. So you can make rope out of anything.
I'm just over there swinging, you know, whenever you watch those videos of guys at docks, just swinging the rope on the ties.
Right.
Do you want to, or should I?
I don't sleep. So what
Then
is
you
going to
should
be more
probably-
advantageous?
Yeah. I will. Let's also tie you to the truck, I guess, just in case.
Yeah, we could.
Or I mean, I
well,
can
hold
hold
on,
it, but
no, because
no.
if that truck's going off the cliff and we're tied to it,
Okay, let's not do
that's
that.
bad news bears. That's going to cut us in half. Well, maybe you.
Okay.
I think we like hold it.
Okay.
You
Sure.
know, we just hold it. That way, if we need to let go, we can let go. We're not we're not endangering one another.
Okay.
All right.
So how would you all like to advance?
Maybe we do need it tied to Rob, though. Maybe we do.
Can you just like, you know, fireman carry him or something, or?
Yeah. I'll carry him. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So
Here goes
we're
nothing.
leaving the truck behind and we're starting off down on foot, correct?
This is gonna be a terrible idea. Walking for 10 miles to get back to the damn truck.
Well, that's why
If
we
this
went
doesn't
1
work.
mile. That's
If
why
it
we did.
doesn't
Oh, wait,
work.
no, it is 10 miles. We didn't
Yeah, it
drive.
would be
No,
10
we're 1
miles.
mile. Because I was
You're 1
driving.
mile.
We're at the 1 mile
yep.
marker. That's
But
why.
if we reset, we'll be back at the beginning 10 miles before it.
We just walk, 50, 60 feet.
It's
It points
fine.
us up
Honestly,
to,
it's
a mile.
at this point,
Time is infinite right now for us. So
maybe it might
You
not
got
be.
all the
We'll see.
time in the world. Yeah.
that's
Okay. All right.
All right. So you all start walking.
sir.
You're about 100 feet away from the truck when, Rob, you realize you're being carried by George and you're not in a truck anymore and you're awake.
Did we make it?
Is Shannon still awake? Hey, George, we did it.
Yeah, it worked. Wow.
Okay. Maybe.
Guns and carrying people. All right.
Heck yeah.
Stop talking like that, dude. You're awake. And I at that point, I kind of like not so gently put him down.
Oh.
I was going to say, I didn't know if Frags, if you would want to reveal that you were awake or just remain quiet so you would be carried the rest of the way. So that was up to you.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna make an attempt to stop being carried.
Rob, as your vantage point there on the shoulders of George, and you're being put down as everybody's sort of tending to you and talking to themselves, I want you to roll and investigate for me.
Okay. That's one success there, bud.
As you look around, you see up ahead, the first one to spot it, there seems to be a mag truck that is crisscrossing the road, taking up both lanes, both the east and the westbound lane. It is, for all intents and purposes, you guys are very familiar with mag trucks. At least, Rob, you remember them because of your time in Teletran 2. That's your hideout. You all know the kind of layout of a mag truck. This thing is what would be the equivalent of a diesel engine Mack truck being jackknifed. The cab is kind of twisted. The trailer is brought around in an L shape, and it's on the ground. The actual anti-grav effects of the mag truck appear to not be working, and it's resting there. No lights coming from it, no sounds coming from it. And for whatever reason, despite the eyes of the very the sharpshooter of Shannon and the robotics of George, it is one Rob Ott who picks out that not only is that a shape ahead, it is a mag truck.
And you said it's just blocking the road. You said it's not moving, not coming towards us.
It's something that if you had been driving towards very fast and not seen it, you might have jerked the wheel and gone off the road.
Yeah. So I'm guessing we phased through that thing.
What if that's what caused us to go off the road? Off the cliff?
No, because. And does anybody have a watch?
I would imagine I have a watch.
What time is it?
It is saying it is 1:56 in the morning, or thereabouts. Probably a little bit after 2 now.
Okay, so that's yeah, that's around the time I believe we were going off, right?
No, that's like
This
5
is like
hours.
5 minutes after.
No, we were going off at 6:34.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Oh,
yes.
that was
1:56 was you were asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the middle one.
Yeah, we're about
Okay.
4 hours too
So
early of us going
4
off
hours before the cliff.
Correct.
So keep that in mind.
But there is a mag truck ahead, and it is blocking the way. Do you wish to approach it? Do you wish to stay clear of it? Do you want to scout ahead? Do anything like that before we cut back to the swamp boys?
Sorry, you said there's a mag truck, but on the road here, we didn't see any mag trucks.
None.
So this is an oddity.
This
Sorry,
is the
that
very
took
first
me-
mag truck you've seen.
That took me a long time to clock. I don't know if it's worth investigating, guys, but we might want to like scope that a little bit.
Yeah, if it's got a trailer attached to it, we might want to see what it's carrying.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we approach carefully, maybe from the side, not head on.
Yeah.
Whoever's going in, roll me a sneak. And
Who's
of
going
course,
first, or anybody who's going in?
anybody who's going in, roll me a sneak. And of course, Shannon, you can use your D12 for this.
Oh, well, got the success, but do you want me to roll the D12 instead?
Yeah, and if you don't, we'll still give you the success, but let's just see if you could get a 2 on it. Yeah, you still just get 1 success. So yeah,
Okay.
You're good. Okay, so Shannon, you're able to kind of creep forward and almost disappear. The other 2 are a little louder, but at the same time, you're able to approach the mag truck. And as you get closer, you can hear that there is some type of radio transmission coming from inside the mag truck. It is very, very quiet. But one thing you do pick up, you hear, "Only the dead truly see." And if you want to roll me a contact, you can, but only one of you.
Yeah. I actually have points in contact.
I was gonna say, I
I
think
do not.
contact is like
Yeah,
that's one of my
it's-
prime stats.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I have like
I have-
8 or something in it.
Oh, I
It's
have
not-
3 in
not-
contact.
I have nothing.
1 success.
You don't know how you know this, George. And again, you've kind of turned off that part of you that would automatically bring this type of information to the fore. But just the restricted access that you've given yourself, this is the voice of Chris Witt. Let's cut back to the swamp, everybody. As if you want to keep playing What's the Frequency, Kenneth, you absolutely can. But I would like you to maybe turn on track number 5, The Boys of Summer by the Ataris. All right, everybody. With your conditions being given and you're looking down, Ben is reaching for the hand of Scarlet. Jerry, you see yourself being arrested for the murder of Rugen. And Mitch, you are faced with yourself yet again, who is asking whether or not it's time to play ball or if you're still raging against the machine. The two of you get a response or an action. You do not get both.
I think, of course, giving Jerry time for his own action or response. I
They go
think
at the same time, yeah.
Mitch, having spent the last 10 years in a perpetual state of imaginary fears with his only companion, I think it is, despite seeing this mirror image and filling him with rage, I think it is easier for him to shake off under the assumption this is not real, which is what he's had to do for so long, faced with Pennywise in a constant state. And I think he like closes his eyes and sort of shakes this away, and places his fingers to his mouth and makes that loud, shrill whistle to try to grab everyone's attention.
Fantastic. Jerry, what would you like to do in this moment?
Jerry doesn't have the mental fortitude of Mitch, and he just Hulk smashes the vision in the water before him. Both arms coming down just while he screams.
You roll me a force, Mitch roll me a charm.
Got 3 successes.
The
I got
whistle
one
goes,
success.
yeah, the whistle goes off, and coupled with the force of the water being blasted and the ripple effect that it's causing, Ben, who has almost touched the hand of Scarlet, the hand shimmers as if it too is part of the water as Scarlet's hands and fingers ripple, and it causes Ben to look back for a second. He shakes his head as the whistle goes off. Guys, where the fuck are we? And then you hear him say, as the water begins to settle again, Scarlet? And you see him reaching again towards the water. Boys, you have broken free of this for the moment. What would you like to do? Ben
What?
has not.
What's around us, Greg? Blue mist, trees, swamp?
And the water, you can now tell, is tinged blue.
Jerry, where? Okay. Fuck. God, Ben said trade winds is that way. Right? So where are what's this way? What's that way? What's the fastest way out of the swamp?
Mitch is full of reasoning and logic. Jerry sees the vision disperse in front of him and tries to figure out what's going on, and sees Ben and immediately just goes to like try to snap him out of it. Mitch is not getting a response from Jerry at all.
Jerry, you're able to kind of pull your legs up until you're almost 2 feet taller as you kind of pull your legs out of the divots that have been made there by you standing for 6 hours in the swamp. And as you pull your legs free and put them on the ground and you turn and you see Ben he's actually elevated and sitting on the Bronco, reaching down for this hand. You're charging that position. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Everybody, if you could go to your Spotify playlist and turn on track number 4. as you get towards Ben, Ben is, you can see his eyes are completely white, and every so often a lance of a blue electricity will go across them as he's reaching down for whatever this thing is reaching up for him. And as you move and get close to that position, as you just smash through the water, rippling the fog, creating a fucking ruckus to get over there, you see the hand almost turn like a puppet towards you, and it turns inky black as you see smoke and ink start to waft off of this hand, and the hand puts itself on the top of the water, and another hand comes up, and you see a figure push itself out, and it is completely black with what looks like almost a wisp on the top of its head, like a flame, if it was a photo negative of a candle. Friends, this is what I would like to call a nothling. Jerry, it turns towards you and shoots something at you. I need you to roll a move.
Got a single success.
Jerry, you move just as a bolt of pure darkness lances in the spot that you used to be. And for a second, this thing turns to look at you, and it's moving in a rippling, it's as every bit as fluid and organic as the fog around you. You see this too, Mitch, as you whistle and turn and look and see the commotion that Jerry is causing and the arrival of this creature. And as the water beneath you begins to settle once again, you see the face of yourself saying, I guess you're still raging. Mitch and Jerry, what would you like to do in this moment? You are facing a foe that can kill you.
Well, if nobody's holding him back, yeah, Jerry's slipping back into the glory days, but with a little less self-control. He's probably just going to charge this thing, fists raised.
All right. Are you calling on the lightning, or are you just fighting?
I think he's too out of practice with it. He's probably just fighting.
Roll me a force then. Holy
3 more
shit.
successes.
I always forget how fucking strong Jerry is. You know, you always kind of put that to your back of your mind, but oh my God. Okay. So Jerry, as you come forward, describe how you want to take this thing down. Not kill it, take it off its feet, get it away from Ben. How do you do that?
It's wispy and small, and Jerry is just a large force of nature. I think he's going to approach like a wrecking ball, just kind of try to bowl it over and pin it down into the put it back down into the muck.
And that's what you see, Mitch, as you now have a chance to act. You see Jerry almost wild as he sees Ben under the influence, getting, you know, seduced or whatever it is by this thing. You see him move in, dive away, or roll away from that blast of darkness that came by. And as he gets in close, he just smashes into this thing. And you see fists and grabbing. He's almost holding this thing in place as you see him just hammering fists into this. What would you like to do?
Mitch, Jerry has it. Jerry does what Jerry does. Mitch takes this opportunity to pull himself out of the muck, and he runs towards the Bronco that Ben was sitting on, and sort of like throws him, if the door's open, throws himself onto the seat, if not, just right over the door, and begins ripping out some of the wires underneath the dash as he has thrown his bag off, and he is attempting to reassemble the Michitaki in conjunction with the radio in the Bronco to try to reach the other group.
Roll me tech. Roll me tech.
Awesome. When he throws the bag out, Mitchell activates, and he begins to assist as his lab assistant. So 2 successes.
Fantastic. I like how you guys have the Glock and Mitchell. That shit's awesome. All right. So with the 2 successes, you're able to basically, you broke this thing apart pretty quick, but
Yeah.
again, you build it, so it's not like it's something that you're unfamiliar with. What would you like to do? Do you want the speakers to go through, or you're using the antenna array of the Bronco to amplify? What is your, why are you
Yeah,
tying this in?
essentially, he is tying the walkie-talkie into the antenna array of this thing. It shouldn't have gotten the range it was getting before, but we're in this distortion zone now, so he doesn't know what the hell's going on, right? So like with the car itself acting as like a pseudo Faraday cage, and him inside of his thing, he sort of cranks this thing on volume to max, and he just shouts over it. Wheeljack to Autobots, wheeljack to Autobots, hoping for any sort of response.
The other group, you would hear this come through as you are now all synced up time-wise.
I think George still has the Michitaki.
Wheeljack, this is Ultra Magnus. Over.
We are in a swamp. We are being attacked by some sort of shadow creature. Over.
What?
Swamp? Are you in Georgia? Over.
We're in Garrett. The swamp in Garrett, near the trade winds.
There's not a swamp in Garrett.
Swamp at Garrett?
There is no way in hell that George Butts would know about the swamp south of
That's
Tradewinds. There is just, you can't even roll for that. You can't even, he is so far on the other side of the tracks that this is a place that doesn't exist.
My thoughts exactly, Greg.
Shannon and Frags, absolutely, you guys can roll comprehend if you want to, but I'll just basically give it to you. You guys would know that this is Finzel Swamp. It's very small.
Yeah.
You know, in certain times of the year, you wouldn't even consider it a swamp. It's only in kind of the wet seasons of fall and winter that it really gets, you know, mucky. But yeah, George, you have no effing clue what they're talking about.
Yeah.
He just calls back over. We're in some sort of time loop and Jerry's fucking up a shadow monster. Over.
Right on Jerry. Tell him to use light. Shadows don't like light.
I squawk the radio open as soon as you say, tell him this, and
light. You try to tell him to use the light.
Oh fuck! And he reaches down and grabs Mitchell and just puts him on whatever like the highest thing he can reach is, and then hits a button and like a floodlight, sort of just like out of its face, for lab light, to try to shine a light on the shadow monster, or on Jerry.
All right, we'll say at this point, we're going to smash back over to Jerry. Jerry, roll me a move as this thing tries to counterattack.
All right. Got 2 successes.
You needed 2 successes before it was blinded, and now you only needed 1. So using that automatic success to move and give yourself advantage, you have another chance to do something to this, Jerry. What would you like to do as you're standing toe-to-toe with this creature that seems to, you can't see if there's eyes or even like features on this thing, but you see it kind of become disoriented, not almost like it's sniffing for you, but it can't catch your scent.
This vision really pushed Jerry's buttons. I think he's almost animalistically just gonna batter on this thing, and maybe accidentally some lightning happens. Yeah.
Then you may roll me. If you're gonna roll, do this. Roll me a force and roll me a d12.
All right.
Because you're getting help from both Mitch and Ben. Ben has come to, and you see he's somehow produced a tire iron that he is using from the back of the Bronco.
I didn't get the force this time.
You did get 1 success though with the lightning. Tell me how you use your lightning. Is it just rage?
I think like as he's punching, he starts to get the like sparkles like when he played the bass guitar, until one final punch just charges with like lightning crackling around his fist.
And that's exactly what happens. Mitch, you would see as you and Ben look on, kind of the lightning reflected in your eyes. You see they're just punches, and it almost looks like a sparkler being hit on the ground a couple times with just an odd, assortment of cascading sparks. But then you see as Jerry pulls his hand back, he balls it up into a fist, and almost like electric brass knuckles. You see a force of lightning go across his knuckles, making his hands seem almost twice as big as he brings it down, and there is a flash of light. Roll me a move. Mitch.
One success.
You have Ben with you as Ben jumps over the side of the Bronco just as this thing explodes. Jerry, you take no damage. You suffer no conditions from this because you've given in to the lightning at the appropriate time. It absorbs all of the kinetic energy that comes off of this thing. But for a moment, whenever the wispiness dissipates, you see the pink of flesh beneath it before everything is gone. And it just evaporates.
What the fuck?
Everything is quiet again here in the swamp that George Butts doesn't know about, but seems to just be off the beaten path of the trade winds, the home of Ben and Mitch for all those years, just south of where Jerry lives, just off the beaten path from Teletran 2 by the town of Garrett in the highlands of Maryland.
Okay, the shadow monsters, we're fine here. Where are you guys? Over.
Rob, great idea. Light shadows. Good shit, dude.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Ben gets up and he jumps over to Jerry and, are you all right, man?
I think you exploded.
It doesn't matter. We got to get out of here.
Ben just nods. He knows this look.
I agree, but we should probably talk about the exploding thing at some point. Hey, where are you guys?
We don't really know yet, do we?
You are by the mag truck, and again, everybody sounds a little clearer to you, but there are no signage. There's nothing around here that makes you're not sure. I mean, when you lived in Garrett, there were no signs for a distortion zone, so you're not sure proximity-wise to Garrett how that is. The landscape seems very familiar, but again, Rob, you're the only one. Actually, you know what, Rob? You roll me a comprehend.
Okay.
Time's pretty fucked here. I don't know how long we've been in this swamp, but it's been a while.
One.
You're just west of Garrett. Maybe a mile.
Well, we're all west of Garrett proper, like maybe a mile.
Okay, Ben said we're south of trade winds.
Rob, you would know that you could probably intercept them a mile and a quarter, mile and a half, or you could go directly into Garrett.
We should probably meet up with them, guys.
Yeah, let's link up with them. Do you know where they're at? That's more your part of town. All right, man.
Yeah.
I think we need to know what's the deal with this mag truck before we progress, though.
In fact,
I heard Chris.
Yeah, Shannon, while the two of them, because you haven't had Shannon engage in all of this, let's have Shannon, if you want to, while all this is going on and the relaying of using light and the talking on the Michitaki, Shannon, you were separate. You went ahead of them. You would use your powers to sneak. You were closer to the mag truck. Do you want to go ahead and investigate as you kind of turn around and see them talking on the Michitaki?
Yeah, absolutely.
Roll me an investigate. And actually give yourself a bonus die on this one, too.
Okay. Should I just roll an extra die afterward?
Sure, yeah.
And then a d6. So 2 successes.
Okay. When you get closer to this thing, and when I mean closer, I mean you're within maybe 2 or 3 feet of the actual truck itself, the jackknife truck. There is a secondary distortion field around this thing that you are aware of as you get closer. If you had had one success, you wouldn't have seen it. But with this one, as you get closer, you can see a kind of a film, a rainbow oil on water look around this mag truck. And you see it flash, and it's a fully functioning floating mag truck. And you hear coming from inside, got a load of energon earmarked for Richland. And then it flashes again. And you hear an automated sound coming from this. It's jackknifed like you see it, but it's kind of idling, like it's empty and abandoned, but it's still floating. And you hear loop compromised. Omega protocols are in effect. And then it flashes again, and you see it on the ground, resting as you initially saw it. And you hear Chris's voice say, "Only the dead truly see."
Okay. As soon as she hears that kind of loop through, she kind of shouts back to Butts and Rob, guys, something happened with the loop. Omega Protocol, ask Mitch if he knows anything about it.
Wheeljack. Question for you. Do you know anything about an Omega protocol at the loop? Over.
Greg, was there in 1987 the version of the loop? Would I have found any files about an Omega protocol?
Let's have just a real quick conversation, Mike, because
Yeah.
we really don't know what the hell Mitch was up to for all that time
Wild.
in this spare second. Right. And I don't want to reveal anything, inadvertently or ask a question that's too leading. So I will say this. I will say you were in a frozen moment in 1987's Garrett that includes the loop, one that you brought there to it, and the loop that already was there. So you had two loops kind of superimposed over one another. My friend, again, this is an leading question, but did Mitch spend any time in the loop?
Greg, 10 years and Mitch was unattended. Mitch spent so much time inside the loop. Mitch probably could map out at least the 1987 version of the loop from memory. So yeah, he spent quite a bit of time in the loop.
And I can only, again, not a leading question, so I'll just simply ask, would he try to get into places that might say, I don't know, classified or top secret or...
I struggle to think, would Mitch really be interested in? Yes, absolutely, Greg. Absolutely, 100 million%.
Then again, without asking any more leading questions and giving anything else away, I will simply say this: because you spent a decade in the loop, you would know that the Omega protocols means that the loop has fallen. This is a containment. Something has gone horrifically wrong, and the only thing we can do at this point is flood the loop with whatever you would know it to be a mixture of energon and something that you have never been able to figure out. It would flood the loop and essentially shut it down. All of its functions, all of its experiments, everything would be disrupted by this fluid that would completely, it would get inside the loop itself. It would get inside the superstructure. It would completely separate the loop from the outside world by just flooding it with this shit. It's almost like a scorched earth type of protocol.
Yeah, he keys the walkie and says, Omega Protocol is when the loop goes critical. They backfill the entire reactor with like liquid energon and some I don't know, some other substance. It fries everything. I imagine that's what would have created this distortion zone as well. And the blue mist and the blue water and the loop is fucked.
Shannon had walked back after she had George cue that up. Makes it in time for the last bit of that. Grabs the walkie. Yeah, so that's where we're at, and that's why this fuckery is happening. How do we fix it?
You don't. whatever happened to make the loop go critical, it's like it's like inverse Chernobyl.
How are we still alive in it then?
It happened. It's not happening now. It happened. It's been done.
Mitch, when you're talking, you look down and you see the blue tinged water everywhere.
I think we need to get somewhere. We need to get out of the swamp. Where are you guys? How do we get to you?
Rob, can you give them directions? You seem to know where we're at.
So go east, and we'll go like southwestish, and we'll meet. And we'll start walking your way. You start walking mine, and we'll meet in the middle, beneath an old Georgia pine.
What the fuck? Oh, okay. Okay. Keep it walking on, I guess. Okay. Okay. Mitch disconnects the walkie from the Bronco, and then rummages through his bag in hopes that there is a compass of some kind in there, so he can determine what the fuck east is.
Right, and yeah, the directions were pretty good. So yeah, you would basically, as soon as you kind of move in the direction that both Ben had pointed to and Rob had indicated, as soon as you sort of get to the shore, things start getting much more familiar to you, Mitch, as you look around and you realize, oh, these are the trails between the trade winds. And I mean, at one point there was a tower there that had a Decepticon symbol on it and was transmitting fun shit everywhere. But as you all kind of reach out of this area, it's not too long. What's the other group doing by the mag truck? Are you trying to, salvage anything or take anything with you or do anything else there?
Shannon's too afraid to touch that mag truck if it's in its own little, field. You don't want to fuck around with that. So don't know if there's anything else on the road to salvage. We're not going to go back to the truck, I'm guessing. So
No, we probably unless there's. I would agree too. I think if we talk about it, no truck, not worth it.
No touching.
This one not worth it. Let's just start going. We'll figure it out. If we need to come back, we'll come back. But
yeah,
I think now we just hit the road and
I agree.
find our friends.
Jerry, did you have anything else you wanted to do here? Ben is right beside you. He's not trying to help you or anything like that unless you appear to stumble, or he is right at your hip though, just kind of watching.
Yeah, Jerry's clearly kind of like lost in his own head for basically since the battle died down. But he will just like as they're moving kind of mumble like it knows how to hurt us.
Yeah, you can tell that Ben has been tearing up as well.
It's targeting us.
Yeah, it is, man.
What is it?
It knows us, man.
Like right to the core.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mitch, what did you see in the water?
Me.
Like your reflection?
Kinda. You remember that I'm the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so me.
I saw a different Jerry. I saw what could have been. I didn't see what was. If that helps.
I saw what is.
I don't think you did.
We didn't stop me. I don't think... I think I got it wrong. I don't think we're in a different Garrett. I think this is our Garrett.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Fucking God, dude, just fucking chill for a second.
No, man, what are you talking about? This is our Garrett.
This is the Garrett where we didn't save the day. This is the Garrett where Bad Mitch wins, and we weren't here to stop him.
What does that mean?
I don't know. We weren't here. When we came back as kids, just
Jesus
fucking
Christ, man.
Earlier today, things got changed. Things happened. There was a third Mitch. I said that earlier. And then we weren't there anymore. I think this is not a different universe like when we were jumping around. I think this is the same one, just the fucked timeline. This is the one where we lost.
Ben moves toward you. He does not have his hands up. He doesn't appear to want to attack, but he gets, if you allow it, he gets directly in your face.
Won't stop it.
Tell me, man, we used to be friends. This is our home.
I with as much proof as you have, I think so.
Then where is everything?
Something happened and the loop went critical. You heard what I said to the others. This Garrett,
But we're all
we're gonna
together.
get there. We're gonna get there, and this Garrett is gonna be abandoned. That's my thought.
Then why are we going there?
Because
Jerry,
that's
why
what everything comes back to. And then where else the fuck were we gonna go? What was your idea?
I don't know, man.
The answers are at the loop. We'll know what happened if we see it.
There's never any answers at the fucking loop.
Actually, there's a lot of answers in the loop. I lived there for like 10 years. Kind of.
Great. You don't seem to have fucking many now.
I lived at the fucking loop 10 years ago for 10 years. It was a fuck. I don't have time to explain fucking quantum theory and time dilation to you. We need to go
Good.
east. We need to meet up with the others. They're here also in the weird fucking time thing.
Whatever, man. Let's get to Garrett. See if you're right.
Listen, dude, I know you fucking lost a wife or whatever, but maybe think
gonna
of a
take a swing
fucking
at you.
solution. He'll
Roll
let him. He's not prepared to block a.
Yeah. Then Ben hits you as hard as he possibly can. And Jerry, if you want to intervene here, this is probably the most rage-filled you've ever seen Ben. He doesn't seem like he's going to stop after this first one. As he throws a punch and hits Mitch on the jaw, you just hear him start to scream, "Your fucking wife? What are you fucking?" And he's getting ready to just lose it. So Jerry, are you letting him go?
Jerry's letting him have one because Mitch deserved it. And then he'll wrap him up in his arms from behind, like just bear hug him, but like with love.
He even does that thing where he like tries to kick Mitch as you're like wrapping him up and carrying him away. But as soon as you get out of the theater of aggression, Ben just starts crying. He doesn't know what else to do.
Listen, everyone fucking lost somebody, okay? Fucking maybe think of a goddamn solution instead of just bitching and moaning and fucking crying, okay? We all lost people. I'm pretty sure I killed my own fucking dad. So fucking get over it. Either we get our heads together and figure this shit out, or we fucking don't. and crying like a bitch is not going to get us a solution. So either shut up or think of something. I think East is that way. And he grabs his bag and Mitchell and starts walking.
Ben will go wherever Jerry goes.
Jerry will let Ben have a moment and let Mitch get a little further away before he kind of like pats him on the shoulder, like, we got to do this, man. Let's go.
As you all start moving towards the Vegas group, we're going to go over to the Vegas group one last time. And as George, Rob, and Shannon, as you all are walking, I'm assuming, trying to get to a meeting spot somewhere where you can see the other group, you realize that there is the road that you're walking on is still dry. But beside the road, there is a pretty apparent, there's an inch or two of this blue tinged water that seems to be everywhere. If there's anything that's not even like elevated by a foot, and remember, we're in the mountains here, so it's not like it's something that couldn't eventually find its way into one of the basins and out the Mississippi or down to the Chesapeake Bay. It is constant. And I need each of you to roll an investigation.
Zero for Shannon.
0 from George.
Rob hit that Sherlock Holmes. He got a 3.
Rob, you absolutely hit that one. Rob, as you look around and everybody's kind of, you're taking it, you can, these are roads that you've traveled. In fact, everybody go to your Spotify playlist and I don't know, track number 2 seems right. As you are walking along, Rob, and just ahead of you, you see George and Shannon, your eyes glance to the side, and inside this blue tinged water, you see the following. You see Ben screaming for Scarlet, and his eyes are gone. They are just bloody voids, and he is screaming, Scarlet, don't look at the loop. Don't look at the loop. Destroy the tower. And with your second success, you see Mitch stumbling through a fog. His right arm is gone just below the shoulder, and he is covered in burns and blood. And he is saying, don't trust dry ground. Don't trust the dry ground. And you see him collapse. And with your last success, you see Jerry lying face down in this same blue tinged water, different spot, but the water's the same. And on his back, carved into his flesh, it says, walk in a single file line, destroy the tower. And Rob, roll me a D12.
Okay. 3.
You hear Maggie's voice. Only one of those is true. And all the visions, the voices, the images of your shattered friends, just back in the water, gone. Do you tell anyone?
He's going to turn back to everybody and just say, get behind me.
Okay. You okay, Rob?
Yeah. You need to walk in a line.
All right.
Okay, let's fall in.
And then we're just going to keep going. He's not going to express the details of the things he saw. He will say, try not to step in the water.
And the water's a lot of places, but there's dry ground. There's, you can negotiate around it. You don't have to go trudging through it and all that, but it's in more places than it isn't. How's that? And within about 15 minutes, ahead of you on the road are 3 figures, and the other group ahead of you on the road are 3 figures. As the Autobots have returned to Garrett. You are just south of Garrett and just north of Teletran 1 or 2.
I think you would see that Mitch and Ben and Jerry are not together. I think Mitch is still as many paces as Jerry would have given him out from the two of them. And if you're looking at the group as they're coming on, you see that Mitch in his like red flannel shirt has the sleeves rolled up as high as he can get them, a Sharpie pen cap locked into his teeth, and he is writing all over his forearms as he has nowhere else to take notes. And I don't think he registers that you're in front of him until like a few paces into actual town, and he can start to see like what's left of the town, and he kind of looks up. You see them too, right?
I throw a pebble at Mitch's head.
Okay.
Well, you're all alive. That's a little different from the last time I saw you.
What?
Wild.
Yeah.
Rob, that's a weird way to start a conversation, man.
I'm being grateful.
Okay.
What's the plan?
I thought you were the plans man.
The plan is to destroy the tower. I keep hearing that shit nonstop.
Yeah, we did hear that a few times. Is there a
You
tower
know,
around here?
I keep hearing the tower thing, yeah.
Oh, Mitch, you would know the tower.
Is it a tower called Ganon, Greg? Is it that tower?
No. But the loop has a tower. In fact, it's got 3 of them.
Those are huge and visible from everywhere. Can we see the 3 cooling towers?
You are just south of Garrett, and you know that as soon as you get over the next rise, back in your day, the towers of the loop dominated the northern kind of horizon of Garrett. So you would have to go up one more to basically clear the sight to see it.
Yeah, he looks around. Everyone says, I think I know. Come on. And he starts walking up the next hill.
Let me guess. We're going to go to the loop.
That's where everything happens all
Yeah.
the time, right?
Yeah.
Full circle, baby.
It's a real big leap I was making there, guys. A real big loop. Leap. Loop was a legitimate slip.
I liked it. All right, everybody. As you climb that last hill, the one that will allow you to look down and you can see on its own hill the Maplehurst Mall and the school, Edgar Allan Poe Middle School, and the schools of Braddock High, the schools of your youth, the Paperback Exchange in Main Street, and over to the right, the Chat and Chew. But as you come up and look over the hill, you see the darkness has fallen, and regardless of the time of day, Garrett appears to be in a state of perpetual midnight. Somehow you can make out more than you should. You can see the details that even a bright sunny day might not be as clear or as crisp. Your eyesight is better. One street sees the blooming of spring flowers. The next experiences the frigid blasts of a winter storm. At the intersection of Main Street, modern automobiles wait as horse-drawn buggies dressed for the turn of the century have the right of way. The people you see are dressed in clothing indicative of a dozen different time periods. Everywhere the town fluxes between seasons, between ages. But one thing remains the same: steady, constant, eternal. The loop looks down on the chaos it hath wrought, and if it could, it would smile. Hell, you know what? It smiles anyway. And thus ends this episode of Atari Midnight. Please join us for episode 6, Flip Fantasia.
Hell yeah. All right. The next episode of Atari Midnight is next Thursday. Thursday the 13th. So mark your calendars, episode 6, Flip Fantasia, on Thursday, 8 p.m. So let's go around, do our introduction so we can get the hell out of here, so we can process these emotions in our after show. If you guys want access to the after show for this show and all of the rest of Atari Twilight, go join us on the Patreon of the $5 tier. Link in the description down below. While you're down there, click on that Discord link, join us in the Discord, chat about this show, give us your theories, do all that fun stuff. But for now, let's start with Bitters. Who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
I'm Mr. Bitters. I hate everything, and this is all I do. So just come back here next Thursday.
Hell yeah. Kendall, same questions. Who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
I am, here. This is where I live, doing this thing, or playing Battlefield. That's pretty much it. That's all I do.
Fair. Mike, same questions. Who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
I'm like Nanos Rhino, play George Butts. Yeah, don't find me. That'd be great.
Fantastic. Meta, all the same questions. Who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
I mean, like, that completely resonates with me. Do not find me at all, like, ever. You can find me in my notes from now on forever. That this is
living there.
This is where I live until we figure out this nonsense.
Yeah, absolutely. And last but not least, Greg, who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
Hi, my name is Greg. I am the GM for this fantastic group. And if you were in the mood to watch some sci-fi and have a reaction to it, I'm Warp Reactor over on YouTube. But other than that, friends, please join us here because I had a lot of information to get through that I will not repeat. And this group is, they're veterans. It's time to see them put it into practice as they attempt to save Garrett, Maryland.
It's wild.
I will ask this, my friends. Does anybody want to do anything about the current conditions that you have?
Oh, yeah, shit.
Are we actually able to, though?
We do have 2 Maggies.
Right.
So right now, Mitch and Jerry have 2. Rob has 1. Shannon has 1, and George has 2.
Greg, are we just to clarify for me? Are we to roll leads at the start of every episode? Is that the intention?
Yes, but because this is a continuation of the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to say is
every day.
When we did it the last time, Shannon actually had 2 lead dice left, which I have written down. So you can use those to reduce a condition at this point as well.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just the one time only last time. I'm happy to give, now that we're back together, I would be happy to give Jerry the 2 dice to reduce one of his conditions.
I would take it.
Taking a beating a little bit, taking one for the team.
Okay, that takes Jerry down to 1. And did you guys want to use a Maggie or put them both into play? I'll tell you this, if you leave the Maggies where they are, I might throw some items into the next one.
George and Mitch both have 2 conditions. How does the group feel about that?
I cannot reveal. I plead the 5th at the moment for one of those things. George I'm totally fine with him receiving assistance.
Yeah, I was just gonna say maybe we should get rid of George's.
You really pled the 5th hard on that one, Meta. You really sunk that 5th in there.
She stuck to her guns. She didn't give anything away.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I am also on board with giving George one and not giving Mitch one.
Sure.
So we'll go down to one Maggie.
Gotcha. So everybody, Jerry, Rob, Shannon, and George each have one, and Mitch has two. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's correct.
So we should have one Maggie and one Michigan left. Perfect. That's that, guys. And a little plug, if you guys like seeing Kendall's face and you want to see more of him, he is joining the cast of a show that I'm calling Always Bloody and Duskwall. It's a Blades of the Dark campaign we're doing. It's not streamed, but it is recorded and it is put on our YouTube channel. So if you're not a subscriber of the YouTube, go over there. It's youtube.com unMadeGaming. That fun stuff. And come check that out. It's a fun time. They're a cult. That's always fun. That is it for us. We will see you guys next time. So from all of us to you guys, bye.